sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you, get 18% off. We out. Okay, I told you guys I had a Kell Brook video coming. Also going to talk about Shakur Stevenson speaking out against Frank Warren and Josh Warrington, and people saying he ducking Warrington. So let's talk about it. We back, Goodfella Sports TV. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Don't forget to check out our boxing playlist from welterweight, heavyweight, and boxing news to rumors to women's boxing. We got it all. So check our playlist out to kind of categorize our boxing content. All right, so yeah, I heard Kell Brook and Liam Smith is likely next unless something changes drastically. And the winner of Kell Brook and Liam Smith will basically be the mandatory for Patrick Teixeira's WBO belt. He will be taking on Brian Carlos Castanos in the mandatory the week before Canelo fights May 2nd, I heard. So the winner of Brook and Liam Smith will get a title shot versus Castanos and Teixeira winner at some point in the near future, I would guess. But you know, I don't like rate neither one of them high as a 54 pounders. I thought Kell Brook was a really good welterweight, and you know, with Eddie Hearn refusing to pay Jesse Vargas a certain amount of money to come over to the UK for a unification bout, and then making Kell Brook or letting Kell Brook fight Golovkin because of the money, that destroyed his career. He could have beat Jesse Vargas and been unified WBO, IBO champion, and he could have cashed out versus Manny Pacquiao, and maybe even cashed in and beat Pacquiao. I doubt it, but you know, he messed his career up, and by making that move, and now most people think Liam Smith beats him. Liam Smith is a big natural 154 pounder. He's an okay fighter, but if Kell Brook can't beat Liam Smith, then you know, I think it's time to hang him up. In my opinion, I think Kell Brook is the smaller man in there, but I do think he's the more skillful guy. But we all know size does matter in boxing, and that's why weight classes matter. And I do think Liam Smith does some things in there. Maybe he don't respect Kell Brook power. Maybe he don't respect Kell Brook speed. And the problem with Kell Brook moving up in weight, he just don't have enough athleticism and skills. He don't have enough athleticism and fast twitch and skills to move up and beat guys with his speed and beat guys with his ability. He a solid fighter. He a good 1-2 puncher, but he not gonna go in there, get on his toes, box, and use angles. His foot movement is very pedestrian, like most United Kingdom fighters. Most of their foot movement, you know, is bad. And you look at most of their fighters, like Virgil Hunter said, they teach them hands first and then feet second. And Kell Brook, one of those fighters. Kell Brook don't have the best feet. He's not gonna get on his toes and use angles and box and systematically break down Liam Smith, and that's a big problem. So pretty much Liam Smith, a big guy, he may come in there and just try to bulldoze Kell Brook, and Kell Brook is going to sit down on his shots to get that respect out of Liam Smith. But you know, I'm tired of seeing dudes that you know, haven't done nothing at a weight class, and they fight another guy that hadn't accomplished nothing at a weight class, and that produces a title eliminator or a title shot. Boxing needs a restructure of the sanctioning belt bodies. The sanctioning belt bodies are the ones that allow guys to duck. They're the ones that keep creating these different belts in their own, you know, sanctioning belt body to accommodate the networks. If the sanctioning belt bodies force these networks to work together and they stuck to one belt and maybe an intern belt when somebody injured, boxing would be in a better place. The sanctioning belt bodies have the power to change boxing and make boxing great again. And fights like this is crazy. You know, for you to get a title eliminator, there should be some type of structure. Unless you was a champion at a previous weight class. The structure, in my opinion, should be you should have to beat 4 people inside the top 15. And if you get you know, if you don't want to beat 4 of them, you should have to beat 2 guys inside the top 5. Real talk. You should have to beat 2 guys inside the top 5 to get a title shot. Unless somebody wants to give you involuntary. Because Liam Smith don't deserve no title shot. And Kell Brook don't deserve no title shot. He's done nothing at 54 but beat Zafar and DeLuca and Shabashenko, whatever that dude's name was. He's done nothing to deserve it. So 2 guys that don't deserve title shots. And I know people say Liam Smith was a former world champion. Yeah, he won the belt that Demetrius Andrade vacated due to inactivity versus Liam Williams. So he won a belt by beating up another United Kingdom trash can of a fighter. Tell me that makes sense, Ed. All right. So I think, for dudes to get a title shot in the WBO or WBA, IBF, and WC and WBO in this situation, dude should go in there and have to beat somebody in that top 2-5 area. This don't produce no title eliminator, but Eddie Hearn and the WBO got a good relationship. In WBO top rank and WBO got a good relationship. Golden Boy and the WBO have a great relationship as well. So, it's politics. But if the sanctioning bodies wasn't so corrupt and they flew straight, I'm telling you, will see a lot of different guys that won't be world champions, that never would have sniffed the belt. Forget cutting the belts down as far as the 4 major belts. If you had the 4 major belts and the sanctioning belt bodies, they walked a straight line and they had requirements where you had to beat top contenders to get title eliminators and to get title shots. I'm telling you, it's a lot of guys in boxing that wouldn't touch a world title, let alone if they had one title like the UFC. It's a ton of guys that never would be world champions. There would be no ducking, there would be no hiding. You would have to fight guys, and a lot of guys wouldn't have made it this far. I think a lot of guys would have switched career paths and would have moved on and been firefighters or been plumbers, or they would do something different. And that's the issue. But as far as Kell Brook and Liam Smith, it's a good United Kingdom fight. It's a good domestic fight. But, 2 Euro bums fighting each other, how does that tell me they're the best in the world and they deserve a title shot? It don't. They don't deserve a title shot. You can't tell me they better than Tony Harrison. You can't tell me they better than Erickson Lubin. They better than Jared Hurd. They better than Erislandy Lara and better than some of the other contenders in the division. Well, go out there and fade Travion Mazion from Austin, Texas. Show me. You know what I'm saying? Go beat somebody of substance. Order Kell Brook and Lara for a title eliminator and see if he take that fight. You know what I'm saying? Liam Smith ain't one of the best junior middleweights in the world. It's crazy. He can't beat Jason Rosario. He couldn't beat J-Rock. And it's sickening. But it's a political game. And all of a sudden the PBC trying to get in for the WBO when it's convenient, when they want to do an undisputed champion. That's why they're going to keep getting upsets. And that's the way it should be. But Shakur Stevenson took to social media to voice his concern. There was an article put out there yesterday in Boxing Scene that said Frank Warren was saying that he was ducking Josh Warrington. Some people just going to go what the clear people say. Whatever the clear people say, they're going to just ride with it. And people know Josh Warrington is a ho out here. Just like the majority of the UK fighters. They don't want to compete at the top level. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to come over here. And what people don't know is Bob Arum offered Josh Warrington to come over here and to fight Shakur Stevenson. He turned down a nice, wealthy offer is what my people told me. And, he sent Shakur Stevenson a lowball offer. And Frank Warren said it's at an impasse. Warrington promoters said when asked about the prospects of the fight still going ahead, he choose another fight. So what Frank Warren told IFL TV is, this a couple weeks ago, about a month ago, he told them that he would like to see them fight. He would like to see Kid Galahad or Carl Frampton rematch, is what he said. But, domestically, those fights make more sense to Shakur Stevenson. Once again, politics. Josh Warrington never wanted to fight Gary Russell. Neither did Carl Frampton. None of these dudes. So they're going to hold that belt over there. And Shakur Stevenson just move up. You know what I'm saying? And Josh Warrington is just a hoe. We seen him lose to Kid Galahad. He already lost to him. And he got a gift decision, dog. So he already knows Shakur Stevenson going to beat his ass. And it's the same thing that Floyd Mayweather went through. History usually repeats itself. Mayweather was a guy that, and Morales and Barrera and some of the other guys didn't want to fight Prince Nazim. He was willing to move down. They didn't want to fight Floyd. And now when Floyd became the Don Dada, when he became the HNIC in boxing, and then Floyd can pick who he choose who he want to. Now everybody's saying Floyd ducking him. Oh, Floyd pick who he want to fight. He real selective. People forget Arturo Gotti, made him plead guilty and wouldn't accommodate him in his court case with a fight date by moving the fight date. People forget that. And Shakur Stevenson, people gonna get amnesia about shit like this when he was trying to fight the best and trying to stack his resume up when guys like Josh Warrington was ducking. So when Shakur get in position to pick and choose his fights, they going to call them all type of racial slurs and ducker and stuff of that nature. People quick to forget when these dudes young and they want to fight the best and the other guys don't want to give them opportunity. And then when they turn around and do the same thing, and then when they get in the position of being champion or pound for pound fighter in the world, and they do the same thing, people going to blast them. So, at the end of the day, Josh Warrington didn't want to fight. Shakur Stevenson said they offered him the same money to come over there in a unification bout that he make it with Miguel Moraga. So he fight Miguel Moraga in Madison Square Garden Theater Room March 14th. He said they offered him the same money. Get this to your mind. This man ain't got no reason to lie. He getting offered the same money to fight Miguel Moraga in the theater room in Madison Square Garden. Then he getting the same money to go over there and fight Josh Warrington. What does that matter? Well, that make no sense. It's a unification bout. The only thing you could offer me is Miguel Moraga type money. Come on. That's just telling them right then and there they don't want to fight. You know what I'm saying? So, like I said before, this is the same. Now, if Josh Warrington didn't have a reputation for being a duck, then maybe I look different. But he's the same dude that ducked Gary Russell when Russell was calling him out and said, I don't know how he pays his bills and this, that, and the third. And he didn't want to fight him neither. The only two fighters that's real in the UK, the two that's real is Tyson Fury and Josh Taylor. Them the two. And they two of the most disliked fighters in the UK. And we talked about it on live yesterday. One of the reasons a UK fighter is really, really good and they're not a Euro bump if the United Kingdom fans don't like them. That's it. They only got a handful of real world title level fighters. That's Joshua, Fury, and Taylor. That's it. The rest of them, they're a work in progress. Anthony Yarde, a work in progress. I think Daniel Dubois, eventually he'll get there. But other than that, the rest of the fighters are domestic bums. You know what I'm saying? And I hate to say it, but it's just not them ducking. Now it's contagious. Now that duck virus that went from going to UK, now it's in America. And now a lot of American fighters is moving like the United Kingdom fighters. Ducking high behind business, sending low ball offers, but we done took it to a different level. We got fighters over here that's ducking $10 million. That they barely even making seven figures, and they ducking that type of money and screaming they want fights and then ducking them offers. So, like I said before, Shakur Stevenson, history repeats itself. That's what you got to remember, as a young king. Floyd went through it, and a lot of other black fighters went through it. But when you get on top, these very same dudes going to be claiming that you ducking them and begging to fight and trying to change public perception. But don't forget that, but we know Josh Warrington going to get his ass taxed. He got outboxed by Kid Galahad. Kid Galahad ain't half the boxer that young Shakur Stevenson is. And the boxing world going to get in trouble once Shakur Stevenson start growing into his man body. And once he start getting better and learning how to sit on shots. He already got a better style than Devin Haney. He got a pro style already. All he gotta do is get stronger and watch what the timing come, watch the power come, and watch how he step it up, man. When he get more comfortable and more aggressive, he gonna be one of the best fighters in the world if everything go right. And then his story's so messed up, he could have signed to Floyd, but Floyd ain't never showed the money. Floyd buying all these Gucci bags and spending all these money on these $2 hoes. Well, these $2,000 hoes he got, but he didn't want to pay for Shakur Stevenson to come to the promotional company, and people hate Shakur Stevenson, right? They hate Shakur Stevenson. They ain't let Shakur Stevenson live down that situation happened in Miami, and they trying to sweep what Tank did under the rug, but they hate Shakur Stevenson because he signed with Bob Arum. But at the end of the day, they didn't know how Floyd Mayweather never, was supposed to sign him. He went to the Olympics to see him and then didn't want to pay him the money. But Bob Arum showed him the money, so what he supposed to do? Wait around for Floyd? If he was still waiting around for Floyd, he wouldn't even had a pro fight yet. And look at some of the prospects over there with PBC and just with Floyd, Richardson Hitchens, one of the best young fighters in boxing. You don't hear nothing about him. He fighting on club fights. Great fighter. Gary Anton Russell over there with Al Heyman. 13-0, 13 knockouts. You don't hear nothing about him. So Shakur Stevenson go with the right company. Bob Arum then build more stars than Al Heyman can dream, and he does really, really well with building prospects up. But once they become champions and work with other promoters to make them unified champions, it's usually what Bob Arum downfall is. But hey, let me know what y'all think about Kell Brook, Liam Smith. winner taking on the Teixeira, and Castanos winner Teixeira being the WBO 54-pound champion, and how Josh Warrington is ducking the fade with Shakur Stevenson. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. You can reach out to the email if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, or video request. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation to the channel? PayPal, Cash App in the description. Best way to donate is share the video. Appreciate the love, support. And once again, just check out our boxing playlist, share the video, and comment, man. But other than that, man, y'all know what the business is. It's your boy CJ Goodfellas.